18 the knop.
Here comes up.
Timeout, Team Namibia.
Raise your hands and clap, 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 clap. Get faster. Clap, 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 clap. And faster.
Monster block by Malawi there. Point goes to Malawi. 19-18. Malawi makes yet another point, and we see Namibia making a technical change. Beatrix going out, Albertina coming in. Namibia trailing by 2 points. And we have Anita on the serve. She serves to position 6. Well played. The set for Lamish was blocked. Blocked by Glory. Set to position 4 by Team Namibia, and a block by Naomi. She makes a point for Team Namibia. 19-20. Now Bettina has been put in. She has a float serve that was troubling the other teams. Let's see if she can do something for her team now. She serves to position 5. Well received by Piri. Attack to position 2 and set for Lamish. She goes deep down to position 5. A set to position 4 and an attack there by Malawi. Victoria Jua makes a point by hitting the ball to position 1 for Team Malawi. 21-19. Will Malawi maintain this? Let's see if Zweli can keep up the momentum for Team Malawi. She serves to position 6. Maggie receives it. And Albertina sets a ball there for Naomi, who digs it over and makes a point. Grounds the ball for Team Namibia. 20-21. Lamish on the service line for Team Namibia. You can hear the noise from the Namibian bench urging their teammates to do something. A float serve by Lamish, and it goes out of bounds. Dishing a single point to Malawi. (22-20). Float serve to position 5. Well played. And defended. A set the opposite. And she makes a point there.
Substitution for
Point Namibia. 21-22. Glory was blocked there. Will Naomi get a point for Team Namibia to level up the scores. Let's see if she can. Good set. And monster attack blocked by the walls of Pombili. Well taken, received, and it's reverse set. And she makes a point. Likhora makes a point for Team Namibia. 22 up. They're now level. Which team wants it the most? You can see Zweli trying to edge up teammates to say, we can do this. A float serve received by Nelia. An attack. Block touch there by Rauna. Force set for Rauna to attack. A block there. Well retrieved. An attack on position 5 received by Naemi, who hits down the line. Cross court and hits out of bounds. Point goes to Malawi. 23-22. We can see Victoria Jua was, the consistency of her being blocked there. I'm sure the coach would probably give advice to vary her attacks. Spin serve by Glory. Attack by Rauna, who spins the ball to position 6 and is played by Annie. Attack by Piri. Block touch there. And a play. Likhora rolls the ball on the donut. Betha sets the ball for Annie, gets to position 6. Reverse set by Albertina. Likhora goes a one leg jump and hits that ball out of bounds. 24-22. Namibia trailing by 2 points.
For Team Peanut Butter.
Set point for Malawi. Set point for Team Malawi. I understand that Rauna would not be happy with that. And their woes in front there will probably do what they can to make sure that that 1 point, Malawi will not find that 1 point. Malawi will not ground that ball. Namibians look energetic and eager.
Substitution for Team Namibia. Jersey number 10 in for jersey number 40.
Coach Matthews and the technical team
Jersey number 1
have decided to make a change, bring back Beatrix and bring back Panda. Likhora goes out, Albertina goes out. Victoria Jua, the opposite for Malawi, holding the ball and looking at the court, gazing at the court. I'm sure in her mind she's probably thinking, where exactly can I place the ball so I can pocket this set for my team? And I can imagine being here, standing there and thinking, if we don't get this point, Namibia might fight us to the very end. Will Victoria, number 11 for Malawi, serve to Rauna, number 11 for Namibia? Let's see. There goes the whistle by the first referee. She goes for a spin serve. Spins the ball to position 6. And there's a set for Panda there. And a miscommunication between Panda and Lamish, as the set was not well defined, and Malawi scoops the first point. The first set. 25-22.
Malawi 1.
I'm sure there's something that can be done in the Namibian camp. Let's see if the coaches have a response. For what the Malawian coaches have in store for them. In the meantime, enjoy the background music. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The name is Town of You. I'm your host today, and this is the second set of the Cavb Zone 6 Nations Qualifiers for the 2028 Olympic Games that are going to be hosted in the United States of America, in Los Angeles. And the zone only has one ticket for one female team to go and represent the zone in the next round of the games that are going to be hosted in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Right now, this is the last match of the round robin, and both teams, Namibia and Malawi, have lost their 2 games against Zimbabwe and Zambia. And they're looking forward to win at least one in this round robin. And it is scheduled that tomorrow they are the same teams that are going to meet in the 3rd and 4th. Is the top 2 will play the final. Zimbabwe and Zambia will play the final to fight for the ticket to go and represent the Zone 6 in the next round in DRC. Malawi with the serve. Any serves to position 2, position 5. Rauna Panda hits to position 1. Team Namibia. And there's a no cross there. A point goes to Team Namibia. First point goes to Team Namibia. Namibia are down by a set. The set score is 1-0 in favor of Malawi. And Namibia looking to respond with winning this current set. Reception there by Nelia. An attack in the opposite, and a touch by Beatrix. Precise attack there by Zweli Piri, who makes a point for Malawi. Zweli on the serve. She serves to Rauna. Beatrix sets it for Panda. Panda goes cross-court and makes the point for Team Namibia. 2-1.
Here comes up. Here comes up.
Raise your
Lamish for Namibia on the serve. She goes float serve. Nelia receives the ball. And there's a tip over to position 5. And the reverse set for Panda. Gives it a roll shot to position 6. And finds Piri not well positioned. And she makes a point for Team Namibia. 3-1. Namibia lead by 2 points. Namish still on the service line. Float serve, position 6. And a set 4 by Annie. A cross-court, Panda tries to go down the line, however, there's an error on the attack there. Point goes to Malawi. Glory on the serve for Malawi. She float serves, probably looking for Rauna, the person who's been making points for Team Namibia. Target serving to Rauna, however, that effort was in vain. Point Namibia. 4-2 are the points. Malawi trailing by a good 2 points. Nayemi serving for Namibia. Float serve. An attack there by Judith Piri. And it goes out of bounds. Point Namibia, 5-2. Nayemi is still serving, the middle blocker for Namibia. She float serves to position 6, well played by Nelia. And Debbie plays it with both hands. However, there's a double touch penalization by the first referee there. Namibia gets yet another point, leading by 4 points now. An error of serve by Nayemi as she goes out And in comes Maggie. Point Malawi. Christine on the serve. She float serves to position 1. I think in her mind she was targeting a Panda, the opposite player. There's always this misconception that majority of opposite players are not really good passers. Piri goes down to position 5. Well played by Mentos. A tip. And there's a net violation there. Is penalized by Ms. Nomvelo, the first referee. Namibia gets yet another point, leading now by a good 5 points. Is it too early to say they are cruising nicely? Only time will tell. Monster attack there by Piri. And a block. And the referee goes for a carry. Point goes to Team Namibia. Timeout Malawi. Let's see what Coach Simba and Coach Peter Bemba
Substitution for team
have in store for Malawi, and we see a technical change. Getting Victoria back in and taking Christine out. There's a constant need for change of tactics in such games. Beatrix reverse sets there, and Piri plays it up. Any reverse sets, and there's an attack. An attack by Piri again, position 1, well covered. The ball falls on court, well defended by Panda. Or was it Beatrix? And Namibia makes yet another point, 10-3. It might not be too early to say they're cruising nicely. A good 7-point lead. Let's see how it goes. Panda makes a service error. Point goes to Malawi. Judith Piri on the service line for Malawi. She goes for a spin serve. Well taken by Maggie. Set by Beatrix. And backward attack, pipe attack by Lamish. A 4-set there, good coverage on the attack. There goes a tip there by Piri. An attack by Rauna goes down, well defended by Beta, by Hida. And a block out by Team Malawi. Point goes to Namibia. 11-4. Rauna on the service line. 15 years of age. Well composed. However, she makes a service error and hits the ball in the net. Point Malawi. Debbie on the service line, 180 centimeters tall. Lamish comes with an attack. There's a block touch there. And a quick 4-set for Team Malawi. And Maggie is found wanting. Deep cross court there by Glory. Or was it Zweli? Point Malawi. Float serve by Debbie. An attack in the middle covered Attack again by Zweli. Well picked up. And Beatrix is penalized there for a double touch by the first referee. Point Malawi. Malawi eager and keen to close that gap. And we see Coach Matthews with the tactical change.
Substitution. Jersey number
Beatrix goes out.
40.
Introduction of Likhora.
Number 3.
And then we have Panda coming out and introduction of Albertina as the setter. And Albertina is in the backcourt. That double substitution brings in 3 attackers on front. Maintains 3 attackers on front. Well received by Maggie. Force set to Lamish, who hits the ball hard. And the ball is retrieved. The ball is retrieved by Victoria. And Piri Zweli makes a point with the digs
Namibia.
over the net. 8-11. Namibia was leading by a good 7 points. But now they are leading by only 3 points. Malawi only is trailing now by just 3 points. And Namibia calls the timeout. Debbie still on the serve for Malawi. Float serve to position 6. Well received. An attack by Rauna and she goes through the seam. Makes a point for Team Namibia. 12-8. Bombili on the serve. Serves on position 6. Is well set to position 4 by Annie. And well retrieved there by Albertina. Unfortunately, Naomi and Lamish could not get the ball over. Point Malawi. Maggie picks up the ball. Force it by Albertina. And a set by Betha. Well taken by Maggie and attack by Rauna. She makes an error in her attack. Point Malawi. 10-12. Float serve on position 6. Well picked up by Maggie. Reverse set to Likhora, who hits to position 1. Well taken by Annie and played over by Glory. And Glory blocks the ball and gets a carry. Being blown and penalized by Nombelo Mulochwa. Point Namibia. Likhora on the serve. Sneaky float save. It's well taken there by Judith Piri. In an attack. On the opposite side by Zweletini Piri. And it goes out of bounds. Namibia gets another point. 14-10. Reception lineup there. Nelia. Tricky serve, but well picked up. Attack on the middle, well defended, but Zweli gets that ball off court. Point Namibia. Looking at the contact there by Naemi, it was just a few centimeters above the block. Decided to take it down to position 1. Float serve by Likhora. Revisit. There's a tip there by Victoria, and she makes a point for Team Malawi. What the coaches always say is a point is a point. Whether it's a hard hit on the floor, it's a tip, it's still 1 point. It counts the same. And Victoria did just that. Force it. Well played. An attack there. Good touch on the block. Naemi goes in the middle. And Malawi fails to pick that up.
Substitution for Namibia, just number 1 in for
Point Namibia. 16-11.
10 in for jersey number 3.
And we see the reverse of the technical substitution that had been done. Reintroduction again of 3 attackers on court. Beatrix coming back in, and Panda coming back in. Float serve position. And there's a block touch by Panda there. The ball goes out of the court. Point Malawi. 12-16. Glory on the serve. Will she hit the ball hard and get an ace serve? Well received by Rauna. The ball goes up, gets a free ball. Malawi gets a free ball. There's a 4-set for Rauna there. Monster block there by Victoria. The pickup by Glory. An attack to position 6. By Judith. The ball goes out of bounds. Point Namibia. Does Malawi have what it takes to defend and counter the attacks, the lethal attacks coming from the Namibian camp? The service error there by Naemi.
Substitution for
Point Malawi.
jersey number 10 out for jersey number 1.
Malawi makes a substitution. Judith Piri is being taken out, and Emma Sakava is brought back in. Coach Banda saw it fit, and Coach Peter saw it fit to bring in Emma. Service error there by Zweli. Point Namibia. Malawi deciding to use the middle. And Debbie is penalized for carrying the ball. Point Namibia. Panda on the serve. She goes to position 6. And he tries a sneaky second attack, which makes a point for Team Malawi. 14-19. Malawi trailing by 5 points. And Emma is on the service line. Let's see what she has in a bag of tricks. She float serves to position 5 for Rauna. Bad reception there. Played over. Malawi gets a free ball. Well taken there by Heather. Set to position 4, played by Zweli, but well retrieved. And Rauna makes an error there. 15-19, Emma still on the serve. Float serve. The ball fell short with just a few centimeters to be on court. And it goes out of bounds. Namibia in their 20-50 now. Malawi still trailing by a good 5 points. Emma picks up the ball. Set to Zweli, who goes down the line and goes through Beatrix. I think Zweli thought that Beatrix is short. I'm sure the anticipation was to hit the ground. And that's a block out by Beatrix there. A setter for Namibia. We get a save by Debbie. Yes. And an attack on the middle by Pompili. Attack by Zweli again and makes a point for Malawi. Down to position 1. 17-20. Only a difference of 3 points now from a 5-point lead. Hard float serve to the libero, Maggie. An attack down the line by Lamish. And makes a point. 21-17. Then we see Debbie going out and Nelia coming in. Nelia Chisenga. The passing libero for Malawi. And we see in the Namibian camp we've got a change. Pombili being taken out. That's a service technical change. We've got Frida Ndongo coming in. And she floats serve to position 6. Very short serve. Well taken. Nelia goes. Tips the ball. There's a reverse. Set there by Beatrix for Naomi, who normally hits on the middle, and she gets a block out from
Stand up.
Zweli.
Stand up. Now everybody.
Point
clap your
Namibia.
hands. Clap your hands. All my fans, clap your hands. All my fans, clap your hands. All my fans, clap your hands.
The 30 seconds for the timeout are up. We are back with Frida Lindongo as the captain. Both captains have been called. Emma and Frida. Frida for Namibia, Emma for Malawi. I'm sure the few things that the first referee, Ms. Nomvelo Mulochwa, has to say to them. Key information pertaining to the game. And we can see Emma relaying that information to her teammates. Frida on the serve. Float serve to position 5. Well taken by Victoria, and a set for Piri. Zweli, who hits that one out of bounds and gives Namibia another point. And they're only 2 points to clinching this set. Frida still serving. She serves to position 5, and any sets for Emma. And he goes again with a second attack and gets a point for Malawi. 18-23. 18-23 are the points. Malawi are trailing by a good 5 points. And you can see that Panda thought that ball was out, and Anita makes a point for Malawi. 19-23. Another float serve, well taken by Lamish. A set on the middle for Naomi, a block by Glory there. An attack by Lamish taken. The bad reception there by Anita.
And a set
Point goes
for
to Namibia. Set point 19. Beatrix Karonge on the service line. And she float serves and goes out of bounds, bringing Malawi to 20. See that change over there. Maggie coming in and Mentos going out. Float serve by Zweli. She goes direct to Maggie, who picks up the ball in the reverse set. A tip by Lamish, and Namibia gets a point. 25-20. Both teams tied a set each.
Athletes, guys, can you visit the anti-doping table to my left? Find yourselves there, interact with them, they're waiting for you. Athletes and anyone wishing to be part of the festivities, anti-doping table, the gentleman and the lady are waiting for you. They're in high spirits. So athletes, find yourselves there and interact. We say no to drugs. Let's get ready for set number 3. Namibia Vs Malawi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are just joining us, we are on day 3 of the Cavb Zone 6 Nations Qualifiers volleyball, and the match that we are currently watching right now, that we are broadcasting, as Namibia playing against Malawi. Both teams lost to Zambia and Zimbabwe in the first 2 matches they played, and right now we are in the 3rd set, and they're fighting to get a win from at least one game of the round robin. Namibia lost the first set 25-22, and Malawi lost the second set 25-20. We are in the 3rd set, and Namibia are the ones to serve. I'm sure, as you can see, both teams having tied up a set each. It shows an equal force of strength from each camp. And each team is looking to get a win. And may I put it forward to you that tomorrow the very same teams will meet again to compete for the 3rd and 4th, competing for the bronze medal. Whilst Zimbabwe and Zambia will fight tomorrow for that one gold medal, that one ticket. The one that takes gold is the one that will go and represent Zone 6 in the next round of the qualifiers in DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, at a later stage. The second referee signals, Mr. Spencer Chitade signals to Ms. Nomvelo Lochwa that they are ready, and there goes the serve. Four set there, position defended by Beatrix. And Mentos was not really there, trying their best to bring the ball back. Unfortunately, the first point goes to Malawi. Zweli on the serve, and Maggie picks up not really much of a good reception. However, an attack in the middle, and Malawi makes another point. 2-0. Float save by Zweli to position 1, and there's a reverse set played by Lamish. Lamish picks up a ball that had been tipped. An attack again, well picked up, and Rauna goes down the line. Betha sets the ball for Emma. Emma attacks, and there's a net touch there, a net violation by Naomi. Point Malawi. We see a change in how Malawi has decided to play in this one. I'm sure Coach Banda and Coach Peter decided to reintroduce a middle attack there, which was lacking in the other sets. Zweli still serving for Malawi. A dig set for Namibia. Attack, block touch, well played by Maggie. And the set for Naomi. Well picked up there by Julio, and a monster block there by Lamish. They get a point, the first point for Namibia for this set. (1-3). Lamish on the service line. She goes for a float serve. Well taken there. Hits cross-court by Emma. Emma makes a point for Team Malawi. But a tricky save right there by Team Malawi. (5-1) Malawi leads with a good 4 points. A serve from Glory. She serves, position 6, well taken by Maggie. An attack by Rauna. Tries to go a row shot on position 6, and it goes out of bounds.
Substitution for
Point Malawi.
Number 1.
We see Coach Matthews and Coach Mutasa making that substitution, bringing Beatrix out and taking out Bettina back in. Float 7, position 6, well taken by Maggie. And reverse set for Naomi, who hits down to position 1, well taken and retrieved. And Glory hits down. However, Rauna goes down the line and makes a point for Namibia.
Here comes up. Here comes up. Here comes up.
Naomi on the service line. She serves straight to position 5. Received by Emma. Reversed by Annie. Goes Victoria. Who has an attack error. 3-6. Service error by Naomi. Malawi skips to 7. Jump save there by Victoria. Well played. Goes over a 4 set for Emma, who hits the ball and gets blocked. But the block is out. Panda takes that one out of bounds. Point Malawi. Jua still serving for Malawi. Victoria. Goes for a spin serve on position 6. Received by Lamish. And a 4 set for Rauna. An attack error by Rauna there. Malawi gets yet another point.
Namibia scores 9-3.
Namibia calls for a timeout and they have 30 seconds to re-strategize. Reversed for Panda, who makes an attack error there for the Namibian camp, and point goes to Malawi. 10-3, Namibia trailing by a good 7 points. And Malawi leading by a beautiful 7 points. We see that change there. Panda has been taken out. Lihora comes in for Team Namibia. And we still have Victoria Jua still serving, the opposite for Malawi. Jump save by Victoria, an attack by Lamish, a backward attack. And Jua goes again to position 1 and set on the middle for Pombili, and Pombili makes a point for Namibia. 4-10. Let's see if Likhora has the magic that Namibia needs. As we have seen in the previous 2 sets, she was making points with the serve. serves to position 6, taken by Nelia. Nelia sets it for Emma. Emma makes a point, and there's a block. Point Namibia. Lehora seems to be steady on the serve. Makes a point for Namibia. She serves again, position 6 taken by Apiri. Zweli, and it's defended by Lamish. And Albertina sets the ball for Rauna. And then there's a trespass there. Penalization on Albertina. And Malawi gets a point. Emma now serving for Malawi. We see Zweli in the front court. Spin serve played to Rauna, the 15-year-old. Pombili digs it over, and there's a set on the middle. And there's a penalization again there, and Malawi gets another point. 12-5. Namibia trailing by a good 7 points. Do they have what it takes? Back set for Lihora, who hits it to position 1. A set for Zweli, who's blocked. Another set by Emma for Zweli, who tips the ball in the donut. Ball taken by Maggie. Recovered. Rauna tries to tip the ball, but it's too high for her. And the ball goes out of bounds. Point Malawi. And we see a technical change in the Namibian camp.
For Team Namibia.
Rauna being taken out.
Jersey number
2. Jump serve by Emma, the captain. She is set on the middle for Pombili. It's well taken by Nelia. It's 4 set for Zweli, who hits it down to position 6. And there's a net touch there by Namibia, and a point goes to Malawi. 14-5, and Malawi are cruising nicely. Emma still jump serving. Spin serve. However, she puts that one out of bounds, and Namibia gets a point. And we see Lamish asking for the rotation, confirm who's serving, so that they do not give an easy point to Malawi. Float serve, position 6. An attack by Piri. And a block touch. Malawi makes yet another point. 15-6. Does Namibia still have it in them to fight this set to the very end? Are they powered by Oshkandela? Let's see. Good reception by Maggie. Attack by Lamish to position 5. Received by Piri, who is blocked on an attack, and ball comes back over. Pombili goes for a sneaky attack. And the set is set there. Emma goes to position 1. Quite a controlled attack there to position 1 by Emma. And she makes a point. Namibia calls for a timeout. And they have a good 30 seconds to change their current situation.
Everybody, hands up.
Good float from Debbie. Set by Albertina. An attack error by Lamish, the point to Malawi. 17-6. We see on reception if you have Hilde and Maggie at the back, there is a good pass because they're really good passers. Hilde plays the ball and Albertina sets it. We see the walls there from Albertina. She put a wall to stop Zweli from penetrating, and the point goes to Namibia. 7-17. Mombili on the serve. Well taken there by Victoria. Again, well taken by Neliad for Zweli. And Namibia penalized for a net touch after Zweli decides to just tip the ball just above the block. Point Namibia. 18-7. And we see a technical change being done. Rebecca Kandundu coming in for Lamish.
9 out for jersey number 12.
And we have Christine on the serve. Naomi gets a ball on the middle and makes a point for Team Namibia. 8-18. To the Namibian fans, we would definitely say, don't lose hope. Namibia is showing a fight. This set is not far too gone.
Yes, Tina.
That's what we are getting in the comment section. As you are all urging your team to pull through. However, we get a service error there from Albertina. Malawi gets closer to 20 by 1 point. 19-8. Zweli serves, received by Maggie. And a reverse set for Rebecca Kandundu, who plays in position 6. Well taken by Zweli. An attack error there by Victoria Jua. Block from... And then Albertina sets it for Likhora. Likhora stays there on position. Then a block by Frida. Team Namibia gets another point. 9-19. Malawi gets yet another point. 29. Glory on the serve for Team Malawi. She floats serves hard. Well taken by Hilde. A reverse set for Likhora, who gets a point for Namibia. 10-20. Then we have Frida going on the service line. And we know that Frida has been making points. In the last set, she's the one that carried Namibia through on the service line. Can she do it again? She serves to position 6. And we get an attack down the line by Victoria Jua. She makes a point for Team Malawi. 21-10. Victoria is on the service line for Malawi. She jump serves, and the ball goes out of bounds. Point Namibia. 11-21. Float serve to position 6 by Likhora. A set on the middle. Block there by Pombili. An attack, a good touch. Albertina sets it for Rebecca Kandundu, who hits the ball, and there's a bad reception there from Zweli. And there's a ball over. Pombili hits to position 1. Good decision, but the execution was a bit not well. Point Malawi. Right now, Malawi only needs 3 points, ladies and gentlemen, to win this set. And we see that change in the Malawian camp. The introduction of Pakdet Mwale, an outside hitter on the service line for Team Malawi. Float serve on position 6. And a quick 4-set for Hilde, who gets an attack error there and gets Malawi 2 points closer to clinching this third set. 23-11. Mwale still on the service line for Malawi. And she comes in with a service error there. Namibia scoops a point. 12-23. For those of you that are just joining us right now, we are live and direct broadcasting live all the way from Sunrise Sports Club in the capital of Zimbabwe in Harare. And this is day 3 of the CAVB Zone 6 Senior LA28 qualifiers. These are Olympic qualifiers. The zone only gives 1 ticket or gets 1 ticket. In each category, either the male or the female. And teams fight to go and represent the zone in the next round that is going to be hosted in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And as it stands, Namibia and Malawi tomorrow will play for the 3rd and 4th match. Which one will win bronze tomorrow will tell. Zimbabwe and Zambia, on the other hand, will play for the gold medal match. Play the gold medal match and playing for the ticket.
Set point for Team Malawi.
Rebecca Kandundu attacks there. There's a set for Zweli. And a back set for Likhora taken by... Likhora makes a point. She drives the ball direct to Zweli. Zweli receives badly and makes a point for Team Namibia. 13-24. Frida is back in the front court. She has a good block. Let's see Pombili serve. She serves in the middle and Zwede picks that ball up. She drives it to position 6. Well taken by Nelia. Bow is set to Zweli. And we have the Namibian camp complaining that block there by Glory. And Malawi finishes this one off. Gets set number 3. Malawi leading by 2 sets. Namibia trailing with 1 set. So those are the scores, as you can see, as displayed on the top right corner of your screen. Namibia lost the first set 25-22. They won the second set 25-20. They lost the third set 25-18. And we're waiting to get to the 4th set. If Namibia wins the 4th set, then we will see the 5th set being played. For now, ladies and gentlemen, Enjoy the music. Monster block there by Lamish. An attack by Emma goes down, taken by Rauna. And Lijora goes in the middle and makes a point. One up Reverse it for Zweli. And she puts a tip just right behind Lamish's block and makes a point for Malawi. As you can see, Malawi is trying to clinch this one and end the match. Namibia is fighting to get to the 5th set. Let's see what both teams have in store for us. What sort of tactics have been implemented on the set change over. Bad reception there by Zweli. Point goes to Namibia. 2 up. Lamish on the service line for Namibia. She floats serves to position 1, received by Emma. Reverse set to... and the monster block there by Rauna. Victoria was blocked and Namibia gets a point. Float serve to position 1. Emma receives it. And Emma tips it to position 3. Attack by Rauna. She gets a block touch. The block fails to contain her. It makes a point for Team Namibia. 4-2. Lamish still serving. Float serve. Well taken by Nelia. And the set is set for Emma, who goes through the seam and makes a point. Glory is penalized for a line violation there on the service line. Namibia leads by 2 points. Leads with 2 points. We see the referee giving a red card there to Team Namibia. And then Malawi gets a point for that red card. 4-5. I wish I knew what really that was for, but I think it's for that situation there. Now we wait for the second referee to confirm that our officials on the table there are ready. However, in the meantime, we have Victoria on the service line for Malawi. And we have the back three there, Rauna, Lamish and Maggie passing the ball for Namibia. There goes the signal from the referee, ladies and gentlemen. We still have Victoria with the spin serve. And she makes a point for Team Malawi. 5 up. Malawi have leveled up. Another jump save there. But Victoria reverse it for Naomi, who hits it down to position 6 with so much power. Hits the ground. Point to Team Namibia. 6-5. Ladies and gentlemen, 6-5. Naomi on the service line for Namibia. She floats safe to position 6, well taken by Zweli. Julio sets it for Emma, and there's a block touch. Point goes to Malawi. 6 up. Emma on the service line for Malawi. And she goes for a jump serve. Spins it to position 6. Well received. Sneaky attack by Beatrix. Emma hits it and she is blocked by Rauna. Monster block from Rauna there. Point Namibia. 7-6. Namibia lead with a point. They lead by 1 point. And Rauna is serving. A service error by Rauna there. Malawi are also 8-7. Will Debbie make an ace serve with her lethal serve? She float serves to... Her target was position 6, but there was an error. Point to Namibia. Float serve by Frida. Received as well. He goes for an attack. Defended by Frida. Nobody was there to help out. Get that ball up. Point Malawi. 8-all. Julian Yambani on the service line. We see a technical change in the Malawian camp. Number 12, Glory going out, and number 6, number 8 coming in, Yolanda Mpande coming in as the middle blocker. And we get a service error there. By Julio, and Namibia gets a point. Beatrix on the service line for Namibia. Service error by Beatrix. Malawi gets a point. 9-all. Hard float save from Zweli. Good coverage by Rauna there. Set on the middle for Yolanda. She makes a point for Malawi. Malawi leading now by 1 point. Can they maintain the lead? Or will Namibia refuse to let them lead? Good coverage there by Beatrix. Gets the ball again. And she attacks it to position 1, taken by Julio. Attack through the seam by Emma. A set for Lamish. And then Julio sets it for another 4 set for Lamish, who hits the ball hard. And it goes through the hands of Victoria. Point Namibia, 10 up. Lamish on the service line. Goes down to position. The ball is played over. She receives it again. Set on the middle for Lichora. And Lichora makes a point for Namibia, showing how much of a versatile player she is. We saw in substitutions, she was playing opposite. And now she's back as a middle blocker. Those are the tactics coming from the Namibian camp. Float save, well taken by Nalia. Emma attacks it and gets a block. Gets blocked there by Naomi. However, the block did not direct the ball back on court. And Malawi gets a point. Yolanda on the service line for Malawi. She serves it to position 6, direct to Maggie, who receives it well. Naomi goes to position 6 and hits it hard. Yolanda couldn't retrieve that ball well, and it goes out of bounds. Point Namibia. Lichora on the service line. In the last 3 sets, her serve proved lethal. Let's see what she can do now. Received by Emma and an attack by Zwile. The ball just outside. Point Namibia. Could this be the break that Namibia is looking for to get the match to the 5th set? Lichora still serving for Namibia. With a hard float serve, she goes to position 6. Bad reception there. Namibia gets a free ball. Lamish places it to Beatrix, and there's an easy, and it's pushed direct to position 5 by Frida. Namibia gets another point. They lead with a good 3 points. Lichora still serving. Float serve again on position 6, received by Zweli for Julia, and it's taken up. It's well received. Julio says it, and it's a block there. Good touch by Lamish, and the 4th set for Rauna, who hits it to position 6, well taken by Zweli. Attack by Emma, blocked by Naomi, well taken again by Beatrix. And Rauna rolls it over the block. Reverse it there. Well defended. Lichora sets it for Naomi, who hits it to position 6. Well taken again by attack by Rauna, and she hits it in the net. Good rally there. Good fight from both teams. Fortunately or unfortunately enough, Malawi takes the point. 12-14. Victoria on the serve. Jump serve she does. Well received by Maggie. And a backcourt set. And a monster block there by Debbie. Debbie says, not under my watch. She says, I'm in charge here. Victoria on the serve. Goes for another spin serve. Hard ball it is. But the net says, not today, not at this moment. Point Namibia. 15-18. Namibia leading by 2 points. Malawi needs 2 points to catch up. And Namibia asks for the rotation and find out that it's Naomi who's serving. Namibia desperately needs this set to stay in the game. Zweli receives it. And the 4th set for Emma goes down the line. Naomi receives it. Played back by Beatrix. Another quick set on the middle. And the point goes to Namibia, and that's a penalization of a carry by the first referee, Ms. Nombelo Mulochwa. Point Namibia. 16-13. Naomi still serving. She serves it. Position well taken there. An attack by Emma, blocked. Julio sets it for There's a roll, well taken by Beatrix, an attack by Naomi, a touch on the block. Nelia takes it, goes down the line. Naomi, they chase the ball. Unfortunately, the effort was in vain. Malawi grabs that point and gets to 14. Malawi needs 2 points to catch up with Namibia, and Namibia only needs 4 points to get to 20. Emma with the serve, and it's a bit of a funny one. Point to Namibia, 17-14 are the scores. This is the third set. Malawi already leading by 2 sets. They need to get this set to end the game. Namibia needs this set to get to the 5th set. A float serve and gets an A serve from Rauna. Point Namibia. Now Namibia have a comfortable lead of 4 points. And Malawi takes a timeout, 30 seconds in total, to re-strategize and get instructions from their coach. Let's see what Coach Banda has in store for them. There comes the tactic from and the strategy. Emma is taken out, and in comes Judith Piri. We've seen her play in the last 2 sets, and we've seen her how lethal she was to the Namibians. Let's see if this is going to work by Coach Banda. And we see Captain Frida going to the first referee. I think she's asking for a confirmation of some sort, because it can't definitely be gossip. I don't think so. Rauna is still on the service line. Will she save it over? You see the Namibians getting a bit of a tip from Coach Matthews on what to do and what to expect. However, the Malawians are ready. Float safe position 6. Well taken there by Victoria. Julio gets blocked by Namibia. Frida and Namish shut down Piri. Namibia gets closer to 20 by 1 point. 19-14. Service error there, and Malawi gets a point. Debbie is on the service line. And we see the libero coming out, Nelia coming out, and Yolanda coming back in. Float save, well taken. Set for Lamish, who hits hard on the last hand of Julio. Yambani makes a point. 20-15. Namibia leading by 5 points. Frida saves, well received there. Middle set there, ball taken back, and a tip. Well taken by Frida, set for Lamish there, and it falls in the Namibian, in the Malawian side of the court. Namibia need only 4 to take this set to the 5th set. Take this match to the 5th set. Let's see what Frida can do. She's been making points, and unfortunately, that was a little bit out of bounds. And the line judge says it's out. And I thought it was in. Point to Malawi. 16-21. You see Julio being taken out. Serving change that done there, and Anita is brought back in. Let's see how lethal her serve is to the Namibians. Unfortunately, That was an error. A point is taken by the Namibians. 22-16. I'm sure in the last 5 minutes or so we've seen a bit of information being relayed from Coach Matthews. He's telling Lamish on what to do. Float serve from Beatrix, received well by Piri. And a double touch. Penalization on the Malawians. Point to Namibia. Namibia only needs 2 points. Can they take it to 25? Or will the Malawians put a handbrake? Float serve to position 1. A back set is done through the hands. It comes back to this Namibian camp. The ball goes out. And the point goes to Namibia. 24-16. I think it might be safe to say that this set might be going to Namibia, as they are at set point. But I don't think Malawi will allow that. Let's see. 10 receives it. An attack there. Powerful attack, but it goes out of bounds. And Namibia wraps this up. They get the 4th set. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
After that point, that brings the scoreline to 25.
Both teams have 2 sets each.
Namibia, making it 2 up.
And these are the points from the sets. The first one, Namibia lost 22-25. Malawi at 25, Namibia at 22. The second set, Malawi at 20, Namibia at 25. 25-20 in favor of Namibia. The third set, 25, Malawi, Namibia 13. And the fourth set, 25, Namibia and Malawi at 16. Now we get into the 5th set, which is out of 15 points. And a change is seen at whenever any of the teams reaches the 8th point. Let's see which team will get first to 8. Will it be Malawi? Will it be Namibia? Let us know in the comment section. Pressure. I see comments there in the comment section coming from Namibia. They are saying more pressure, but the location is Zimbabwe right now. When there's a change of sides and the set is done and teams are changing sides,
A kind reminder to everyone in the
both
arena
games are given
to
3 minutes to
make
prepare
use
for
of
the next set, the beginning of the set.
so that we avoid littering to keep
So
our
right now we're
environment.
running down the 3 minutes and waiting for the referees to whistle and signal the teams to come back on court.
$5 up to $25 for all
However,
players.
when there is a situation such as this one where both teams are tied at 2 sets each, there's a toss that is done. So they can choose whether to serve or not, and which side to take or not. There you have it. Namibia are ready. You could hear them doing their team call. And Malawi is ready to battle it out and win this one. Will Namibia win? Will Malawi win? That's a question for your eyes to see and for time to tell. For those of you that are just joining us right here online, we are in the heart of Harare in a place called Belvedere at a sports club called Sunrise Sports Club. And Zimbabwe is hosting the Cavb Zone 6 Senior LA28 qualifications. And the match that we are seeing is the last match in the round robin. Namibia are playing Malawi. Both teams are tied at 2 sets each. Tied at 2 sets. And they are in the deciding set, which is up to 15 points. We're just waiting for our first referee, Ms. Nomvelo Mulochwa, to whistle for the 5th set to begin. Usually they say when situations such as this is there, the 5th set is for the coaches, for the technical team. Let's see if the teams that each team has did their homework. Float serve, well received there. Namibia are receiving and Lamish comes full force. However, it's played. And Maggie receives that, sets it 4 set to Lamish, who goes down the line and makes a point for Team Namibia. Point Namibia. Let's see what Malawi has to respond. Will they respond? Beatrix on the service line for Team Namibia. And she saves that out of bounds. Point Malawi. Judith Piri on the service line for Malawi. Will Judith make it easy for her team to win this game, this match? She goes for a jump serve, goes to position 1. Lamish receives it, and a 4 set for Naomi, who hits it and goes out of bounds from the block. Point Namibia. We see that change from the libero side by the liberos and the Namibian side. Mentos is in, Lamish on the service line. Float serve. And she says that out of bounds. Malawi gets a point. 2 points each. If you're in the comment section, tell us which team you probably think is going to take this match. Is going to win this set. Do you think Malawi will do it? Do you think Namibia will do it? Float serve by Gloria. An attack by Naomi. And goes off the block of Zweli. Namibia gets a point. 3-2. So far, 5 points have been played. Namibia with 3 points. Malawi with 2. Will Namibia get a break there? And let's see what Ligola does. She saves position 6 on Judith Piri, who drives it back to position 5. And the reverse set there for Naomi, who hits it down to position 6 and goes out of bounds from Judith. Point Namibia. The first time we've seen a 2-point lead in this set. Both teams are energetic. It's important to maintain the composure in such a set, because this one can be as quick and can end quickly, like January salary. We see a block-out from Namibia's side, and they get a point. A block-out by, I think it was Victoria. from Malawi, who got that ball out. Another float serve by Likhora. A reverse set there to Judith, who gets a point with a block out. Point Malawi. Judith on Victoria on the serve. Victoria on the service line for Malawi. She goes float serve, received by Rauna. And there's a backward attack there. An attack error there by Lamish. Point goes to Malawi. 4-5 are the points. What are your thoughts on this one? Can Malawi catch up? Can Malawi win this one? Lilongwe would be happy. Blantyre would be happy. But I don't think Windhoek would allow that. Let's see. A 4-set to Nalia, who gets a touch. Lamish was there, but it was a bit late. Point Malawi. 5 up. Victoria still serving. She has taken the team from 3 to 5. They are well caught up now. Let's see what she has to do now. Float serve received by Lamish. A 4-set for Rauna, who goes down the line. Well taken. The ball goes out of bounds after reception by Judith. Point to Namibia. And we see in the comment section the fun fact: Rauna is only 15 years of age, and she's competing on a high level. That was a hard hit. Naomi on the service line from Namibia. Well received by Nelia, and she sets it for Judith. Well taken by Lamish. 4-set for Rauna again, who hits it hard. Blocked by Debbie. Rauna again blocked by Debbie. Well taken. Frida wanted to make that life easy for Namibia. However, she hits it hard and goes out of bounds. Point Malawi. 6 up. And we see Zweli Piri confirming the rotation there so that they don't give an easy point to Namibia due to a rotational foul. Let's see. She flow serves. She wanted to just drop serve the ball, but unfortunately that was an error. 7-6. Namibia on the service line. And we see that technical change, a serving change. Rauna goes out. Rebecca Kandundu comes in. Will she maintain the momentum that her teammates already have? Some of the Namibians might be holding their breath right now, hoping for the ball to cross over, and it has done so. Nelia receives it. 4-set, position 4. Attack by Judith goes out of bounds. Namibia still serving. 8-6. Like I had said, ladies and gentlemen, teams change at 8 points. Malawi are eager to fight back. However, you don't cross under the net. Rebecca still serving. And you can see Captain Frida telling Rebecca to keep the momentum. Namibia leading by 2 points. Will Malawi put a handbrake on the Namibian machinery? Will Namibia block the lethal attacks from Judith? Let's see. Or maybe Anita, the setter, will probably reintroduce Debbie on the attack in the middle. comment section. Are you Team Malawi? Are you Team Namibia? Is it Lilongwe or is it Windhoek? Who are you vouching for? We get a signal from the second referee, Mr. Spencer Chitate. And then he says that we are ready to go. Rebecca serves, and that's a service error. Point Malawi. 7-8. Other points in this fifth set. 2 up is the set score. Debut on the serve, received by Rebecca. 4 set for Lamish, who hits it hard into the net. And the point goes to Malawi. 8 up. Debbie still serving for Team Malawi. Team Lilongwe, Team Blantyre. She float serves it, and it's played by Naomi. Another set for her. Namibia gets a free ball. A set in the middle for Frida, and there's no one to cover the ball. The ball drops in the Namibian court, and point goes to Malawi. Coach Joel decides to call for a timeout. And I'm sure that's to relieve the pressure that the Malawians have been applying. In the fifth set, it's always a rainbow. If it was in drawing graphs, we'd be talking of a scatter graph. Emotions are everywhere. There's a great need for composure on the players so they can execute exactly what they've been told to do. Good pass there from Maggie. A 4 set for Lamish. She hits it hard and it falls in the Malawian camp. Point Namibia. 9 up. Frida is back on the service line. She's been serving for Namibia and making points for some time. Will she help her team cross over? Let's see. Good serve there. Set there, monster block. A point Namibia. Lichora is there, showcasing why she is versatile enough to play different positions in the game. Point Namibia. Namibia lead by 1 point. Malawi are trailing by 1. Frida serves it again. There's an attack there. And both referees are not so sure. Let's see their decision. There goes the reserve. As a referee at such a stage, you can't afford to make mistakes. However, Malawi decides to make a technical change. Emma comes back in, and Judith is taken out to improve the pass there. Frida still serving for Team Namibia. Malawians need the point to get to level up to 10 points. Frida on the serve. She serves it. And the set for Emma, who decides to just put it up. A bit of miscommunication. However, Lechora showcases that she's tall enough to just put a tip on the ball. And makes a point for Team Namibia. Namibia lead by 2 points now. A saving error. Probably and usually, this is because of emotions at such a point as this one. 10-11. Let's see if Namibia can make it, or let's see if Malawi can make it. A lot of emotions in the comment section. A lot of emotions with their fans. Float serve received by Rebecca. A 4 set for Lamish, who hits it hard through the block and makes the point for Namibia. Glory blocks that one out of bounds. Namibia get their 12th point, maintaining the 2-point lead. Beatrix on the serve for Namibia. She floats serves to position 6, received by Nelia, and Emma hits the ball. Well covered by Rebecca Kandundu. Lihora puts it, gives Malawi a free ball and a 4-set. And a monster block by Naomi, blocking Victoria Jua. Namibia lead by 3 points now. 13-10. We see another technical change from the Malawian camp. Julio comes in. And Anita goes out. However, I have reason to believe that the substitutions waiting to hear what the referees have to say. But I think there's a bit of a fault there. The substitutions were done. That's my assumption. I'm just waiting to hear what the referees say. So that was an illegal substitution. The captain is being called and she finds herself there. Emma is going to see the first referee. Malawi gets a yellow card, a caution for an illegal substitution. However, this means that they just have to continue like that. They're not permitted to make that substitution because the number of times they're allowed to do that is done. Beatrix still serving for Namibia. 2 points for Namibia to win. 3 points for Malawi to catch up. Reception there. Set for Emma. Beatrix receives that ball and a set for Naomi. Plays it and Elia takes it up. Emma goes and there's a block there by Namibia. Lamish. Point Namibia. 14-10. However, there is still that change now that is allowed. So my assumption perhaps were wrong. Beatrix still serving. Namibia needs a point to win the match. Float serve received by Emma. At a 4-set. A roll shot there. And a set for Lamish. It goes to position 6 and makes a point for Namibia. And then they get their first win of the tournament. 15-10. Namibia wins their first win of the tournament.
And well done, Malawi will play.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Namibia lost the first set. They are the winners of this match. The last match in the round robin. The points were 22-25. They lost the first one. 25-20. They won the second one. 13-25. They lost hard on the third one. 25-16. They won the fourth one. And on the fifth set, they've won with the margin of 5. A 5-point difference. To our viewers from MNL, it's a pleasure to always have you and to provide this broadcast to you. And we're happy to have you in the next match. Zimbabwe playing against Namibia in the men's match. Last match. Second from last match in the round robin. From myself, Town of You, and MNL, it's bye for now. Cheers.
winner.